It's late and I'm soon going to bed. But first, hello guys! First off, did you know that Underbarliten just got married? If you did, you probably have read my David journal or something like that, so thank you. Then you probably also know that I went to America for the very first time because, well, my sister's husband is American. So we went to America to be at the wedding. I promised you to film a lot and show you guys everything I did in America in a video vlog, and well, this is that video vlog. Only so you know, I've been having a cold for the past 1.5 weeks, so that's why my voice is very muffled, and that's why I haven't done this video sooner. I'm not really well yet, but I can't wait any longer to tell you guys. So let's start. Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, the 14th of June. My father came to my apartment, picked me up, and we went to my big sister's house and picked her up and went to Arlanda City. Hello everybody! This is my first day, but I'm still in Sweden and I'm living in this hotel room. Tomorrow we will go to Arlanda and fly to America. Yay! After a good night's sleep, we went to Arlanda airport and fly to London, where we were in like 4 hours or so. And I bought some tea in London. Of course you have to buy tea when you are in London. And then we ate food and drank afternoon tea at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. It was really good. And then, after 4 hours had gone by, we started our travel to America. It was a very long travel, and I couldn't really sleep either. It was too hot and too uncomfortable to sleep, so I just stayed up and watched movies instead. But they had a lot of good movies, so it was okay. Then, after staying up for 24 hours to travel to America, we finally were there. We rent a car and drive to where my sister lives now. I can promise you that that night's sleep was a very good sleep. We were tired. The next morning it was time for the shower. I don't know if this system is common in America, but in Sweden we have 2 shower handles, one to make the right temperature and one to decide how hard the water will flow on you. So when I saw this handle, I went into a moment of what the fuck state. In my rush to get ready to meet Sandra Underbarliten, I decided that you tune the handle this way to get warm water and this way to get cold water. So when I turned it on a little bit to test it out, yeah, for real, it didn't go longer than it were. So my theory that to turn it that way to get the cold water was impossible. Instead, the handle worked like this, where it started out ice cold and then you had to quick turn it down to get warm water. Oh, feels so obvious now. The shower had a constant flow, so you couldn't really choose how hard it would flow on you, and I'm kind of used to have a kind of hard flow, so it was hard for me to really feel clean after being in that shower because the flow was so soft. Anyway, then we went to Sandra's husband's family, where Sandra were, of course. And before I had gone to America, I had ordered frozen dolls, Elsa, Anna and Kristoff, and they were waiting there for me when I got there. But to my surprise, something more was waiting for me. Sandra had bought a lot of presents for all of us, and I got an apple white and a lot of Japanese candy. Oh, my sister knows what I like. Then we went to Target and I bought these headphones. I'm so happy because I got them in purple, my favorite color. And it's so much more cheaper in America than it is in Sweden. So much cheaper. And then we went to Taco Bell, and then we went back to their house. And then we just hanged out there for the rest of the evening. watching baby photos of Sandra and her husband, and play video games and just have a very calm time. And one thing is for certain. Before going to America, I thought that your climate would be a problem for me, because I have kind of fair skin and get red that fast. Very sensitive for heat. So I thought that your climate would be a problem for me. But it wasn't really. I kind of liked your climate. It was kind of like going out into a sauna with a very good air ventilation. I liked it. The next day it was time for my sister's husband's family to show us around a little bit. First we went to Starbucks before going to meet the Amish. It was very interesting to get to know a little bit more about their culture, and after visiting the Amish we went to Shipshewanah's flea market, where my older sister kind of found her heaven, and we were all very, very happy. If only we had a bigger suitcase and no weight limit, then we will kind of buy the whole flea market. After our exciting visit to the Amish and the flea market, we went to Amish restaurant where we ate awesome food, and the people working there were so awesome as well. After that we picked up our brother, who had been staying behind at their house playing video games with my sister's husband's brother. So we picked them up and went to the family's friend who lived by the water. Wow, what a house. I would want to live like that. And we got to ride on their boat. It was an amazing view and it was so relaxing. Yep, conversation, please.
Good luck. Well, so far, since we're pretty immature, I've been talking about farts.
I've never talked about farts. It's so immature.
He's either eating or doing a really bad job of trying to kill himself.
No, I think he's washing himself.
And after a while we went into small canals where you have like all the houses on each side, and it kind of reminded me of Venice, like how it's like water roads to all the houses. Very nice. Why can't I live in a house by the water and have a boat? The next day we all went to Michigan City, where I bought some really nice shirts. This one for one. Adventure Times! And I also bought some presents. I really loved Michigan City. I would love to go back there. After that we went to their house again and made some Swedish meatballs. Yum yum, I think they liked it. The next morning we went to their house again and ate a real American breakfast. After that we went to Chicago. It was a foggy day, and so every building showed up as a huge surprise as we watched them through the window of the car while driving in. After parking, it was time to be tourists for real. Wink, wink. Such a powerful city with all the big beautiful buildings, and we were so surprised about how clean everything was. Like, it was not even a single cigarette butt on the ground anywhere. Like, anywhere. In every single street we went to, there was something beautiful that catch my eyes, and a lot of pictures was taken in Chicago. On our way to Navy Pier, we walked past a wall with stones from all over the world, like from Stockholm, and even one from Hans Christian Andersen's home in Denmark. Soon we were in Navy Pier. Bubblegum, Sandra, Dad and Dad's wife, my brother and Sandra's husband, my brother Harry's bar, pretty McDonald's, Chicago hot dog that went into my tummy, Navy Pier wheel, happy family, Shakespeare Theater, my future car, pirates, awesome letter things, duck, duck. I kind of sound like a duck when I'm having this cold. Awesomeness, big anger, happy sister, forgive you, fontaine, and then we walk back to the car. Between some picture taking. Yay for being tourist! Before leaving Chicago, we took something refreshing. For me, a smoothie. The yellow one is mine, and it was mango. The other one is strawberry and belonged to my big sister. I tasted both, and it was the best smoothie ever.
Can I get a sip of your smoothie?
Nope. It was a nice resting place. Oh, siblings, you are so random. Then we drew away from Chicago City. That's Sears Tower, by the way. We were all very happy. We lived a colorful life, you could say. And wait a minute. IKEA! And soon we reached our destination, which were this castle. Medieval times! And as the sun slowly went hiding behind the clouds, we went inside where the king dubbed all the birthday kids. Doesn't that look like the Swedish flag to you? Anyway, we were placed in the yellow team, right by the stage. Really, we could not have gotten any better places. Thank you, sis. We were all very excited, and soon it started.
Like the wind before a storm, the graceful flow, the roar of thunder in the approach, in friendship, loyal, in manner.
I loved it. The lights, the beautiful and talented horses. It was like a magical place. And soon the announcer announced the show to begin. As part of the yellow team, our knight to cheer for were the yellow knight. Except for him, there was a blue knight, black and white knight, yellow and red knight, and green knight. The king wished them luck and our feast began. We got soup, which they called dragon blood, and chicken, ribs and other things that you ate in a medieval style, with your hands.
Company of knights, he presents just some of the king's best friends salute to you all.
Our knight gave Sandra and me a rose each, and we felt very special that he picked us above all the others. The games begun. The evil one came. Tournament begun. And the winning knight met the evil one. And, spoilers alert, the knight won. Afterwards, we got to take a picture together with our favorite knight, if we wanted to. And of course we wanted to. I also took a picture together with the evil one. Overall, this had been a wonderful day, and all of us really loved every minute of it. Like, really. Next day was Friday, and Sandra took us to one of her favorite places, which were Urban Swirl. Here they had many kinds of frozen yogurt. That kind of reminds of soft ice cream, if you haven't tasted frozen yogurt. And I love the system they had there, oh my god! First, you got to walk around and taste all the tastes you were interested in. When you have made your choice, you take a cup, you fill it up with whatever frozen yogurt you wanted, add topping if you want, and pay for the weight only. This is mine. Doesn't it look orgasmic? I want to eat it again. Then we went shopping in places like Barnes & Noble's booksellers, Build-A-Bear workshop, didn't buy anything there though, Macy's, Disney Store, and Victoria's Secret. After the shopping we went to a restaurant called Olive Garden, where we met all the family guests that had come from far to be at the big Saturday party. So very nice people. The funny thing was that Sandra had told them that this party was a midsummer party, which it were, but it was also the wedding that family could attend to. Sandra wanted the wedding party to be a surprise for them. The next day my big sister and I fixed our little sister's wedding hair so she would be even more prettier for her big day. The feast began and we announced the wedding for everybody. And before all, they were announced man and wife, and I was a very proud bridesmaid.
Did your brother actually speak Sweden? That's weird. How did...
Then it was opening present time. One of my gifts was a DVD of Sandra and me as kids, when we filmed in fairy tales like Little Mermaid with us as actors. Other than that, they got a lot of amazing gifts. Really personal, beautiful gifts. As a bridesmaid, I also got a lot of presents from Sandra. If you are interested in what kind of presents I got, you can click on this link. And then, the day after that, Sunday, the day we had not really been looking forward to, came. The day we were going to go back home. Since we really didn't want to go home, you could hope that the travel at least would be a nice one, which it were not. As soon as we had entered the plane, they announced, and I quote,
"It's something wrong with the door. It cannot really be closed. So if we fly away right now, the door might fly off, and that will not be very good. So we have to fix this problem."
A lot of problems came after that as well, like electricity problems, ice, they had to get new fuel, a lot of problems. So we didn't really leave America until 4 hours later. And since we were 4 hours late, we came too late to London, which meant that we missed the plane that will take us from London to Sweden, so we have to take another plane, and so like 26 hours later we are finally in Sweden. Only so you know, it's 6 hours difference between Swedish time and American time. And so, with a very heavy jet lag, I went to work the next morning. I hope you enjoy watching this. Please subscribe and take your thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.
Now it's midnight and I have to sleep.